Hi guys, welcome to this week's reading vlog. It is Monday night. It is like almost 10 o'clock at night. Let's chat about this week. Coming up, I have some very ambitious reading plans and I have a book haul and yeah, let's just chat. So basically, work and school this week. This is my last full week of classes before finals. My finals are next Wednesday. And yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of time studying for those for the next few days. And then as far as work, basically I work at a supermarket and I'm sure all jobs do this. They cut hours. That's what happened this week. My hours are literally just cut by one day. And that is, I normally do work Fridays. The only days I don't work are Mondays and Wednesdays because those are the days I have classes. But I don't work on Friday as of right now, knock on wood, because I do get called into work quite a bit. So I'm working 5 to close tomorrow, 3 to 6 on Thursday, and then Friday again I don't work, and then Saturday I work 2 to close. And yesterday I worked 9 to 6. So long days ahead of me, but you know, it's all worth it in the end. So that is work and school. Let's go on to my book haul. I got all 3 of these books from my good old friend Barnes & Noble. Hey, you guys remember when I said I was going to go on a book buying ban back in February? Yeah, that didn't last very long. So yeah, let's go over these. The first 2 I bought off of the Barnes & Noble website. I originally bought these just because I wanted them, because one of them I read the author's first short story collection and really liked it, and the other one I just been meaning to read for like years now. And the first book was It Gets Worse by Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson is one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. If you guys have not checked out his channel, what are you doing? His videos are amazing. This is his second short story collection. I did read It Gets Worse back in January. It was actually my first read of 2019. I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to dive into his second novel. And again, I'm excited. I love Shane. He's hilarious, and his videos are so entertaining. And if you like conspiracy theories or docu-series, go check him out. Again, his channel is linked down below. So I picked up It Gets Worse for that reason. The other one I got was Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. This is the first book in the Nevernight Chronicles. I think it's a trilogy. The third book comes out like in September. So I have been very intrigued by this book since it was first released, and why I haven't picked it up, I don't know. I have checked it out from my library so many times since it first originally came out. I could literally do like 3 entire videos on how many times I checked out this book from the library. And I just need to read it. So I picked up a paperback copy at Barnes & Noble and I'm excited to read it. All I know is an adult fantasy with assassins. That's all I need to know. That has me hooked right from that. So yeah, I'm excited to pick this one up. And the other book I picked up from Barnes & Noble is one that okay, so this is the chapter by chapter book club book of the month for the month of May, and that is the book club I run over on Goodreads. Link it down below if you guys would like to go check us out. Again, link down below. But I set myself a challenge for May, and our book of the month is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, who wrote the Bone Season series, which I have not read. This is almost 900 pages long. I was originally going to put this as our book club pick of the month for May and June, and I might still do that depending on how far I get into this book. I really want to read it. It is adult epic fantasy. It's a standalone, so there's no other books going to be in the series. And yeah, that's literally all I know. Besides there's like 4 queens and there's dragons, and yeah, that's about it. I've heard rave reviews about it. It literally just came out, I want to say in like middle March, maybe early April. Again, it sounds right up my alley. I'm now just diving into the adult epic fantasy genre. So we'll see how I think about this one. It's definitely a chunker. It's definitely a challenge to read the entire thing in May, but I think we can do it. So yeah, come join us if you are interested in reading this with me. So that is the books I bought. Now let's go over my reading plans, shall we? Oh, good God. Okay, so I have 3 books that I would like to make my main priority this week. First of those is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Paul-Pretto. This is my last book for the Owls Readathon, which ends tomorrow, the 30th of April. And this one I'm on page 14 of. I don't have many thoughts about it. It is fantasy, it's YA, it has to do with Phoenix Riders, and that's about it. That's all I know. I love this edition with the sprayed edges. This is from the evilqueenbooks in February, so I'll link my unboxing and the cards for you guys. But I'm excited to finish this up. It's almost 500 pages, and I have a day and a half to read it. So, can I do it, guys? Can I do it? We'll have to wait and see. If I finish this by midnight tomorrow, I would like to at least start my reread for like the 4th time of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, book 1 in the Throne of Glass series. So if you guys are new to my channel, I have talked about this in many videos before, but basic summary of me in this book. I read the first 5 books in this series back in 2016 when I first started my channel. I have an entire review of it. I'll link it in the cards. And I binge read them in the span of like 2.5 weeks. I was obsessed with these books. I didn't continue on, however, right away. I had reread the first book in 2017, excuse me, when Tower of Dawn was coming out, and then I just never continued on with that reread. Then I reread it in 2018 in preparation for Kingdom of Ash coming out, and I have slowly been making my way through the books. It's taken me so long because I have been a massive reading slump since last June. Actually, I think right after I read this first book was when the reading slump hit. So, yeah, I am rereading series. I'm actually currently on book number 5. The reason I'm returning to this first book, though, is because I am going to be part of a live show discussion of Throne of Glass with Miss Sassy Cassie and Brittany's Book Find, along with some other smaller booktubers. It's happening on May 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Brittany's channel. All the details will be linked down below for you guys. But I would like to reread this. I don't necessarily have to, because I do remember basically everything that happens in this book, but I would like to annotate it just to have some notes on my side while the live show is going on, so I can make my thoughts comprehensible. But we'll have to wait and see. Again, this isn't like mandatory that I have to reread, but it would be nice. The other book, again, isn't really a mandatory reread for me, but the reason I'm going to want to reread this book is the second book comes out in like less than a week. That is Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. This is the first book in the Zenith / Andromeda Saga duology. The second book, Nexus, comes out on May 7th. And I read this first book as an art copy in 2017. The book was released in January of last year, and I gave it 5 stars. I know I have the very unpopular opinion here. Everybody and their mother does not like this book. I really enjoyed it, and I don't read sci-fi very often, and I think that's a big reason why I loved it. So this is going to be a nice refresher for the second book. The other reason that I would like to reread this is because I am going to the book signing for this book in Boston on May 8th, so the day after it's released. I will be there. If you guys are coming, please feel free to let me know in the comments, and I will see you there. Please come by and say hello. I'd love to meet you guys if you are going. So yeah, I am a little bit hesitant going into this book because I don't know if my thoughts have changed since the release, but we'll have to wait and see. I really hope I do enjoy it the second time around as much as I did the first. So that is that. Hopefully everything I've just said made sense. I have so many things to do right now. I have to, read. I have to export last week's vlog onto YouTube. I would like to watch Game of Thrones. I started binge watching that last week, and I almost watched the entire first season in 2 days. But I just haven't had time to return to it. So I think I'm going to read, maybe watch Game of Thrones tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm going to let you guys go for tonight. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, happy Tuesday. It is like 11 o'clock at night. And let's chat. I have done some reading in the past 24 hours. I haven't finished anything, but I'm going to try to before midnight tonight. Today is the last day of the Owls Readathon, and I'm still working on my 3rd book, which is the last book I need to fulfill all the challenges that I set for myself for this readathon. And this fulfills the challenge for Transfiguration, which was to read a book with sprayed edges, which it has, or red on the cover, which my edition, which is the Allegory exclusive edition, has as well. So I'm on page 102, I want to say, maybe a little bit further in that, and I want to finish this. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a little bit slow, but I'm, again, really enjoying it. So I'm going to try to finish this before midnight. If I have to, I will stay up past midnight and finish this because I really want to. So I can, fulfill all the challenges for a readathon this year finally, because I haven't done that yet because of the stupid freaking reading slump. But, okay, yeah, enough ranting about that. That is it. I was planning on reading more last night, but I ended up watching Game of Thrones. I haven't finished the first season yet, but I'm going to try to do that tomorrow after the readathon's over. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for tonight. I will check in with you guys hopefully tomorrow if I have finished this book or just have any more updates. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, happy Wednesday. It is almost 10 o'clock at night, I want to say. And let's chat about my reading updates and talk about the plans for the rest of the night as far as reading. So I didn't end up finishing Crown of Feathers in time for the end of The Owls last night. I got to page 250 in it last night, and I read quite a bit of it at school today during my downtime because I only have one full class today. So that is that. I am now on page 386 of it. So I have less than 100 pages to go. There's 475 pages in total. I'm liking this book, but I'm not loving it. It's standing at about a 3.5 star right now. That could change. I don't know if this is the first in a series or not. I didn't look on Goodreads, so if you guys know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, again, probably standing at a 3.5 star. Not my favorite thing in the world, but I'm excited to continue on and finish this up tonight. And then, let me fix my light. There we go. I have 2 other books that I need to at least start. And I want to get 2 chapters into each of these tonight. So, I have, if you guys have seen my May TBR, you already know this. I am planning on reading 2 epic fantasies this month. And those are The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon and Peace and Turmoil by Elliot Brooks. So, Peace and Turmoil is a buddy read I'm still doing with my friend Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We both had arcs of this, and we started it back in February, and we have just put it on the back burner for now because we've both been very busy with our personal lives. So I am going to try to get as much of this done as I can this month. This is over 700 pages. It's close to like 750, and this cover is absolutely stunning. I think this is the cover for All Legend. I could be wrong. I got this from Book Depository. So I've restarted it a couple times because with epic fantasy I really got to pay attention to it. So the furthest I got was into chapter 5, which is at page 66 in the physical copy. And what I'm going to do, I am going to restart it again to refresh my brain. I have annotated the sides, as you guys can see, and explained this in my TBR video, but I have broken it into 2 chapter sections. When me and Sarah decided to start buddy reading this, we decided we would read 2 chapters per day. So that is what the sticky notes are for. So I need to get to page, let's see where my first sticky note is. I need to get to page 40 tonight, which is at chapter 3. So chapters 1 and 2 will be done. So that is that. I have also done the same thing with Priory of the Orange Tree. I have sticky notes all down the spine, and this one I have, I think, less sticky notes than I do in Peace and Turmoil. So I need to get, in this book, I need to get to page 23, and this is almost 900 pages long, so this will probably take me a good chunk of the month. This is also the chapter by chapter book club month for May. I considered it moving it to June as well, but I think I'm just gonna stick into May and try being the keyword to read it all in 1 month. But I'm really excited to dive in. So my plans for the rest of the night, with that all out of the way, is to read my parts in these books, Priory and Peace and Turmoil, and then finish Crown of Feathers, and that will be my night. And if I can get that all done, I will start Throne of Glass, and then we'll go from there. So that is it for me tonight. I'm gonna go read, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, happy Thursday. It is about, let's see, 10:30? Yep, just past 10:30 at night. And let's talk about my reading updates. I have a book to show you that I got in the mail. And yeah, so starting off with the book I got in the mail, it is Star Wars from a Certain Point of View, which is 40 short stories celebrating 4 years of Star Wars. This was released a couple of years ago, and I typically don't like short story collections. They're just not for me. I don't like short stories in general, but this has Star Wars in the title, and that had me sold. I love Star Wars, as most of you guys can see from my gigantic Clone Wars poster in the corner and my huge statue of Darth Vader over there. I have a lot of Star Wars merchandise. I could talk about Star Wars for honestly ages. So that is what I really got intrigued by when I bought this, and I heard, who was it? Kristen over Super Safe talk about this on her channel a couple months ago. So I went ahead and bought this, and I don't know if I'm going to read it in May or June. I might save this until June. I did go have and tab it all up so I could read like one short story per day. But I'm excited, and there's a lot of really well-known authors included in this short story collection, like Renee Addier's in here, Pierce Brown, who else? Ashley Eckstein, who is actually the voice of Ahsoka Tano in the Clone Wars, is in here. Claudia Gray, E.K. Johnston, just to name a few. A few of those authors I have read from before, and I really like their stuff, so I'm excited to pick this up sometime probably next month at this point. As far as reading, actual reading that I've gotten done, I have gotten a little bit of reading done in every single book right now. So I did finish Crown of Feathers last night, and I ended up giving this a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't anything too spectacular. I liked it. If this is the first in the series, I could see myself potentially continuing on, but it was just an average read. The plot, I'm a very plot-driven person, as most of you guys know. I mean, if I like the characters and I like the plot, that's fine. But if I don't like the characters and really like the plot, then that's usually an A+ for me. That was the case with this book. The characters were fine. Plot wasn't interesting for me. I did like the phoenixes, but that's about it. So, again, 3 out of 5 stars. Nothing special, but nothing terrible at all. And then I moved on to, of course, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, book 1 in the Throne of Glass series. I don't think I need to explain that to anybody. And I got 6 pages into this before I fell asleep. So, I am going to take the night off from reading tonight. I am going to finish my reading of the other 2 books, which we'll talk about in a second, but I'm going to continue on with this tomorrow and go from there. As far as the other 2 books, my epic fantasies, I did do my 2 chapters of reading done in each of these last night. So I'm on page 40 of Peace and Turmoil and page 23, I want to say, of, page 23 of The Priory of the Orange Tree. So far, I mean, I have read the first 66 pages of Trees and Turmoil already in the past. I have really enjoyed it. Priory of the Orange Tree, I'm liking, not loving, but I'm liking so far. I'm very intrigued to continue on. So I am going to get my chapters read and these done tonight. So I need to get to page, let's see. In Peace and Turmoil, I need to get to page, let's see, 67 tonight, so right where I left off the past couple of times. In Priory, I need to get to page, doesn't look like it's too much, 102, no, wait, that's what I lied. I need to get to page 52, so I have like 30 pages to read in this, and then another 20 or so pages in this to read. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to watch some hockey, and I'm going to wait until intermission to read in both of these. I think I'm actually going to watch some Game of Thrones tonight. I want to finish up season 1 so I can continue on and see what all the hype's about, because everybody is talking about season 8 and I want to get there, you know, eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and yeah, see you then. Morning guys, happy Friday. It is like not even morning, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. But it's been a long morning. I've been very busy. So I have been spending the past almost 2 hours just writing a blog post for my blog, obviously. Link down below if you guys aren't following my blog. We just hit 3 years on the blog this past Sunday, which is insane. This channel will be 3 years on Tuesday, which I'm going to be doing something special for that. Look out for a video next Wednesday. I'll talk about more at the end of this vlog. But I wrote 5 blog posts. 3 of them were book reviews, and then, 2 of them were book reviews. 2 of them were my monthly wrap up and my May TBR. That's the right month, Jackie. and the other was a reflection on 3 years book blogging. That's what I do every single year. So I wrote all of those. I do have one more to write, but I'm going to wait a little bit to do that to give my hands a little bit of a break. But let's talk about reading. So I did get my reading done with my epic fantasy books last night. So like I said yesterday, I had to get to page like 66 in Peace and Turmoil, which I did, and still really liking this. And now I am back at the spot where I had left off previously, so I can continue on with the story. I have been talking with Sarah, who I'm budding reading this, Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand, and she hasn't. We both took a break. I think I explained this in my TBR for May. We both took a break from this book because we were both doing like a lot of readathons at the same time, and we were both really busy with school. So I don't know where she is as far as the book, but she said just to go ahead and get some reading done it. So that's what I am doing. I am going to catch her up on my thoughts and feelings once I get farther into the story. But today I need to get to page one. I would say it's probably close to page 100. Oh, I'm way off. I need to get page 83. Yep, page 83 today is where I need to get to in this. So that is that. This is one hell of a heavy book. Speaking of the other heavy book I'm reading, with Priory of the Orange Tree, I had to get to page 52, I want to say, yesterday. Yep. And today I need to get to page 102. So I need to get over 100 pages in this done so far tonight. Am I making any sense? Probably not. So, yeah, that is that. As far as plans for the rest of the day, like I said, I'm taking a break from blogging right now, watching some booktube. I already uploaded today's video, so that's up. I'll link it in the cards. That's my TBR for this month. And then later I do have to work. I ended up taking a shift today. I wasn't supposed to work, but my friend called out, so I'm going to take his shift. I don't have to go until 5 though. I was going to get my hair cut at 3, but my mom's currently out doing errands. I don't know when she's going to be back. And my hairstylist that I go to is like 45 minutes away from me. So anyways, that is that. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here. I'm going to go watch some booktube, hopefully get my hair cut, and then go to work, and I'll do some reading tonight, and I will catch up with you guys hopefully tonight. Hi guys, happy Saturday. So today is one of the best days of the year for me because today is Star Wars Day, aka May the 4th. May the Force be with you. May the 4th be with you. If you guys are Star Wars fans, you know the drill. So today is Star Wars Day, and I unfortunately have to work today. I have to work at 2 and I work until 9 o'clock tonight. But my plan is, it's only noon right about now. I usually, if I'm not working on Star Wars Day, or I don't have class, or that, I usually like to sit down and get through as many of the movies as I can throughout the entire day. Since I don't have the ability to do that and not do an entire movie marathon, I like to sit down and watch at least one. Now, I was deciding between the 2 shortest movies because I woke up at 10 and have to be at work at 2. So the 2 shortest are The Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is my favorite movie in the saga. It's also my favorite movie of all time. Anybody who's been watching my channel for a while knows that. I also have a full movie review as well as a book review for Revenge of the Sith. I'll go ahead and link it in the cards. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made, so I would really appreciate it if you guys check it out, even if you're not a Star Wars fan. But I was like, do I want to watch Revenge of the Sith for the 20th time this year, or do I want to watch The Clone Wars for like the 2nd time this year? I ultimately decided to watch Revenge of the Sith because I just love that movie so much. I know the acting is terrible, but it is the plot that makes me love it so much. I'm a very plot-driven person, and that's what I think Revenge of the Sith has going for it. The Clone Wars is kind of the same situation. It's very plot-driven. My other favorite Star Wars movie, I don't own. I have Revenge of the Sith on Netflix. I also have the DVD copy. But Rogue One was another option, but that's kind of long, and I don't think I'll be able to finish it in time before I have to go to work. That's my 2nd favorite out of the saga. Of course, Rogue One is one of the bonus movies, but you guys, know the drill. So yes, I am watching Revenge of the Sith right now. Let me grab my laptop. I am currently not very far in. I'm about just over half an hour in, and it's only an hour and a half long. So that is that. I really would like to get to the point in the movie, and I'm going to probably spoil it if you guys have never seen the Star Wars movies, where Anakin does turn to the dark side. So that's the best part of the entire movie. From there, if you don't like the first half, the second half gets better after that happens. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about Revenge of the Sith because I could talk about it for hours. But that is what's going on today. Like I said, I have to work at 2, and then I'm gonna come home and I'm doing some reading. I didn't get any reading done yesterday because I came home from work at almost 10 o'clock last night, and I was planning on doing some reading, but I ended up watching Game of Thrones again. And I officially have finished season 1. I'm on season 2, and guys, I am obsessed. Okay? I'm just gonna say it now. I love Game of Thrones, and if I didn't have such ambitious reading plans this month, I would watch probably the entire series this entire month. So that's at some point, either today or tomorrow, I also have to film a video for my other channel, which I'm doing my monthly favorites on that channel this year. So I need to film that next couple of days, get that up sometime this week, and then that will be that. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to go ahead and watch some more of Revenge of the Sith, get as much of that done as I can, and go to work, and hopefully I'll have some update for you tonight, so I will see you then.